Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy, NerdModeOn, and I'm going to be doing the next episode of Battlefield News, a video series where I'll be talking about changes and/or events within a particular Battlefield title. So without further ado, let's get started. So of course, in this particular video, we're only going to be focusing on the highlighted information that I deem to be the most important or the most influential, especially when it comes down to how the Battlefield has been altered from the original formula. So starting things off, of course, there is some good news when it comes down to a free map that is available for all players, especially when it comes down to the PC, Xbox One, and the PlayStation 4. Dragon Valley 2015 is a part of the Legacy DLC, and of course it is available for everyone that is currently on the current generation as well as the PC platform, so of course go down to the store and download it for yourself and enjoy all the free content that is currently available. So with the new map kind of discussed and some of the general information talked about when it comes down to what is currently available in that DLC, let's transfer right over to some specific changes that DICE has went in and made some alterations to. Players being damaged through walls has actually been fixed, and of course this is in reference to the M34 grenade, which is the incendiary grenade that both sides or each faction does have the ability to use. It is also worth noting that the M34 grenades now correctly deal damage to friendlies when friendly fire is enabled on the server. And of course, like previously stated, most props and projectiles will damage over time now have the occlusion testing enabled and thus do not damage players through walls any longer, so of course that's definitely something that'll be nice, especially when it comes down to infantry-focused maps. Now transferring over to a heated subject when it comes down to anti-air class, the Igla has actually seen an increase in its lock range from 450 meters to 580 meters. I believe this change is in reference to the Dragon Valley 2015 map, considering that Dragon Valley on Conquest does uphold 8 capture points, so of course they definitely had to try to balance out some of the anti-air capabilities, considering that choppers are going to have a heyday. However, it is worth noting that this particular change does affect all the vanilla maps in Battlefield 4, so of course be expecting to be locked on as soon as you get off the helipad, so hopefully they'll make some alterations there or make some improvements on some of the particularly smaller maps that uphold the transport choppers as well as the scout choppers. So of course, considering that the anti-air abilities have been increased, let's talk a little bit about some of the countermeasures and how they've been slightly adjusted from their original formula. Air jamming now includes the mini radius correctly in the calculations used, resulting in more reliable or effective countermeasures. So ultimately, all that really means is ECM Jammer is still being improved. It's definitely going to be a lot better than its previous version, so as a due result, you should be less likely to get hit by incoming missiles. Now transferring right along to missile prediction, attack helicopter and jet hybrid missiles prediction sites are better aligned, especially when flying sideways. Now the next change is in reference to PC, even more predominantly when it comes down to Game Time, which is a program that Origin has been pushing for quite some time, and it's a really cool program on black and white paper. However, in the past, Game Time has allowed hackers to make their own different profiles and jump into Battlefield 4 without having to purchase the game and ruin the experience for players that have purchased the game. Now, as a result of this, Game Time players are only allowed to play in official servers, so you'll no longer have to run into hackers nearly as often as you have been. So of course, if you would like to, you always have the ability to not play in the official servers, and you'll decrease your chance of running into hackers as a whole. Now of course, moving right along to the netcode improvements, DICE is still making alterations to the netcode, trying to make Battlefield 4 netcode a lot better, and hopefully this will increase the performance of future Battlefield titles as they come out in the years to come. Improvements to vegetation destruction to look more smooth is one of the things that DICE has been trying to make some alterations to. Fixed bullet spawning and fixed muzzle flash desyncing. Added support for high-frequency update for full weapon components to decrease time difference between hit application and firing of the weapon. DICE has improved instant hit bullet delays, as well as better averaging of packets to keep the whole system more steady and robust overall. But anyway guys, that's really all the information I have for you. Of course, I will leave the full article in the description of the video, considering that there is a lot of information that I didn't cover when it comes down to statistical improvements, as well as some other related issues that maybe affect you when it comes down to the stability of Battlefield 4. But until the next episode guys, this has been NMO, and I'm going to be signing out guys. Peace.